So, I started talking to random people more and more and more. And there's something that I noticed from doing so. Now, the first possible question you might have is, why the fuck am I talking about this? Why the fuck does anything I'm talking about make any sense? I sit here every day, another day, another video, and I talk to the camera, to you right here, right there, boom, boom. I talk to you, and what becomes clear, what becomes apparent, is that I share lessons, right? I share lessons here in front of this camera, and lessons about things that I've done, or that I've understood, or that I've tested, or that I've observed within the realms of reality. And today, I wanted to talk about my experience that I've had in the past, very short past actually, because before then, a couple months before, maybe like, if you take into account anything that is 1 year prior to how I've lived my life, you could say that I've not been a very social individual. And so what ended up happening was, over the past couple months, maybe like half a year, maybe, I've been just talking to more and more and more people, talking to strangers, just striking up conversation, not really caring what happens, just being like, hey, notice you were doing this, or oh, are you this person, or oh, do you do this kind of work? Oh, what are you talking about? That's interesting. And just becoming more self-interested in other people's lives has actually opened a lot of doors for me. And I guess the topic that I wanted to talk about in this video is talking to strangers, but if we actually go a little bit deeper than that, it actually is more about empathizing with people rather than being than regular conversation with people, because you can have conversations with people without giving a shit about them. But what I'm talking about here is empathizing with people to really truly understand what they're going through, how they think, what they're feeling like, and so on and so forth. And why am I talking about this today? Well, I think empathizing with people is a skill that a lot of people haven't developed or have lost over the years, because it's completely changed society. The fact that now we're all connected online, and we're all on social media and internet and whatever the fuck, and everybody would rather record themselves rather than talk face to face. So basically what I've thought about is, how do I improve myself on a day-to-day level by talking to random people? And the one key thing I took out of it was empathizing with others. And so I really like empathizing with others, because I've always been the kind of guy that has listened to other people. I usually listen more than I talk, and I'm a very good listener. So this was basically just like innate, I guess you could say, and it allowed it just going into empathy mode has helped me just improve the amount of social conversations and the amount of people I've met, and the amount of I guess advantages that I have in different kinds of places. A lot of people know me, a lot of people know my name, and I don't even know theirs, which is quite a strange feeling when I actually think about it. But it's also a good feeling, because it shows that how you make people feel when you empathize with them and you listen to them is the only thing they care about. Because in this world of like super digitalization and connection online, there's not that many people that actually have a very deep sense of connection with others. So when you actually offer a little bit of time and a little bit of energy to actually listen and empathize with others and truly find what they're talking about and listening to them and hearing them out and understanding them, they feel like you've given them such a integral part of something that they've missed for such a long time, or maybe they've never actually felt it. And by just doing that, it allows you to have more conversations with people on a very simple playing field. It allows you to develop connections with people, meet somebody interesting. There's a lot of really interesting or good-looking women that I've talked to, that I've just struck up a conversation with at a coffee shop, at the gym, at wherever it is, that I would have never been able to talk to ever if I'd never just like approached her or struck up conversation or like made the social barrier much more easier to approach for her, right? Otherwise, nothing happens. And if nothing happens, we don't do any better. So, the advantages of empathizing with people and listening to them more than you just speak. Because like, when you're stressed out, you want to speak more because you want to explain yourself and you want to make everything clear and certain. When you're not stressed out and you're trying to make the other person feel safe and secure and empathize with them, you need to let them speak. Instead of being the guy who's speaking, you need to be the guy who's listening. Listening to those people, understanding what they're going through, understanding what kind of life they are living, what are they feeling right now, what are they thinking about, how do they see the world like. And then by giving them that, you basically give them a part of society that has been pretty much missed for a long period of time. And I've noticed this, like there's a few baristas at the coffee shop that I go to, and every single time I go there, they're always so happy to see me. And that's just because, and like, I'm not dating any of them, right? Like, I'm not giving them any presents. I'm not giving them any money. They're providing me a service as a barista, and in exchange, I'm paying for the service with my money. But I'm also going a little bit further, because since I'm a regular at the place I go to, I want to strike up conversation with them because it feels like something normal to do. And it feels like to them, I'm pretty much almost a member of the team by now, because I go there every day. So they see their coworkers every day. They see me every day, and they're like, huh, this guy must be pretty chill, pretty friendly, because everybody on the team talks about him. So he must be a good person. He must be somebody I can trust. He must be whatever, you know? And that's how it happens. That's how social networks are created. Because it's not by you influencing a shitload of people. It's by you influencing a couple people and then letting the butterfly effect do the rest. That's basically what's happened to me. And it has not only improved my social abilities 10 times the what they were before, but it has also helped me meet some really interesting people that I would have never met before. Some opportunities that I would have never approached ever in a million years. I would have never thought about it. Some really interesting ideas, some things that I've put into action, some things that have helped me grow as an individual. And if I'd never done this, this is what humans have done for the past hundreds of thousands of years. Just talk to each other, mingled with each other, socialize with each other, whatever you want to call it. Humans have done that for the past hundreds of thousands of years, ever since we've been on this fucking planet. So, and it is only ever since the past couple hundred years that it's started to go downhill, because we've got the internet and everybody's shy and everybody's introverted and everybody has just retreated into their own fortress of solitude, right? And I think this is something we need to bring back. More people need to socialize. More people need to feel okay going out. More people need to go out there. And I'm not talking about going out to get a drink or going out to socialize or going out to a bar or a club or whatever. I'm talking about socializing in public places, random places, going on a walk. Hey, good morning, how's it going? And don't just ask how's it going and keep walking. Say, how's it going? Stop and have a conversation for like 2 minutes with them, and then say, okay, well, that's interesting. Well, have a good day. I really enjoyed that conversation. Have a great day, actually. And then just be on your way. To the gym, at the gym, start talking with random people. Start saying hi, start shaking hands, start being the more approachable, friendly guy. Being the more respectable person. Say, hey, how's it going? And pay attention to how people live their lives is something that not that many people actually do anymore. And so it's truly interesting to see how everything has changed so much. Because when you give people your time and attention, and you could also give a part of affection and affection, it makes them feel like you see them. And that's something a lot of people want, is feeling heard and being seen by other people. A lot of people don't have that. So when you give it to them, it feels like they've just struck a gold mine. Like they've figured out, they've found a unicorn in the wilderness. And they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is something I've never seen, never felt before. This is amazing. And they want more of it. It's kind of like a drug. So you need to be careful. But the point being, it's a massive improvement to anybody's life to just socialize more. And I think that's what everybody should be doing. Now, don't just socialize for the sake of socializing. Socialize for the sake of you getting better at communicating and you're actually paying attention to other people. Because if you don't pay attention and you don't try to understand people and you don't actually give a shit, they can feel that as well. So you need to be the kind of guy that actually cares. It's not that simple, right? You need to be better at listening. You need to be better at letting people talk. And yes, my hair is fucking going on my forehead, which I don't like, and I keep looking at myself in the mirror over there and it looks like shit, but who gives a fuck? So the point I wanted to make in this video is to get you guys to understand what I'm talking about the importance of empathizing with others, to talking to random people. It doesn't matter if they're random people. Everybody's a human and that is looking for a sense of community. So if that's something that you can give them in the form of listening to them and empathizing with them and understanding what they're going through and how they're feeling and how they're thinking, then in that case, you'll become a much more magnetic person. Charisma, the art of charisma, actually comes from caring more about others than you care about yourself. And that's how you make them feel. So basically, if you want to be a very charismatic person, and at the moment you're not, what you need to do is you need to make people feel like they are the most important person in the room, and you need to make more efforts towards listening to people and understanding people and really empathizing with people and relating to people and finding ways to connect with them. That's basically the key. I looked up a video of how to be more charismatic maybe like over 6 months ago, and ever since that day I've just been super social with other people. I've just learned something and I've implemented it right away, and that's something not that many people do either. So if you ever want to get better at social interaction, if you're sick and tired of being shy, if you're sick and tired of being introverted, and you want to get over your own social anxiety, then in that case, that's what I recommend you do. Just start random conversations with people. Just ask questions. Just say like, hey, and if they say anything like, why are you talking to me? You say, well, I just felt like talking today. Who gives a fuck? And just be yourself. Just be honest. Who cares? Lying is for cowards. So take some time to really think about how you can be more social, and if it matters to you, empathize with other people. If it doesn't matter, then I don't even know why you're listening to this video in the first place, but hey. So go out there today, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out there today, I'm gonna talk to some people, I'm gonna work on my business, and I'm gonna make some money, I'm gonna get some conversations going, and the results from both of these are either I get more rich, or I get more connected, or I get more relationships. I get more women in my life, I get more friends in my life. Very good. Everything's positive when you talk to more people. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because humans have evolved over the past hundreds of thousands of years by a sense of tribe. Humans have not evolved on their own, and they've not been created and have not evolved to be by themselves and survive by themselves. They've survived in groups of people, in tribes, in communities, in groups, in factions. And so by you becoming better at this skill of socializing, at empathizing, at getting better at understanding people and talking to them, well, you're going to become a more well-liked member of that tribe. And even if that tribe isn't a specific set amount and number of people, maybe it's just your local community, maybe it's the city you live in, maybe it's the gym you go to. At the end of the day, what matters the most is how you make people feel and what you can do for other people. Because people only really truly care even more today about themselves. So if you can get them to understand that you care about them and you make them feel special, then they'll want to spend more time with you. And with that said, that's pretty much all I have to say for today. So if you like this type of content, feel free to check out the other videos that I post. I post one video every single day. The subject topic every day is a bit different, but for the most part, we want to become more respected men on the channel and learn the lessons along the way, even if they're hard lessons. We're gonna do what's best, and we're going to do better. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, just like leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe for more daily videos on this type of subject. And with that said, I will see you in the next one. Tomorrow is a beautiful day, so it's time to get back to work, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.